Donald asked me a question on Instagram about goals. Here's his question. Jake, I'm setting goals, long-term goals and short-term goals. I find that I'm not reaching my short-term goals every week, and it's discouraging me to start the following week. What do you suggest? Thank you. Love the workouts. Keep up the good work. Donald, good question, and I appreciate the focus on the goals about being long-term and short-term. I personally have a different philosophy when it comes to goals. For me, I like to set one big goal, and everything else, that all the tools that go around it are kind of that map to get there. I don't believe in short-term goals to motivate you to get to the next week, because if you're setting goals to celebrate every week because you're getting closer and closer, at some point it's not going to be enough. And I hate to compare ourselves to dogs, but let me do that really quickly. I'll compare myself to a dog, and let's just say Jake the dog is learning how to sit. And the first few times he learns how to sit, you give him a treat. But at some point, you expect more from him. He already knows how to sit. Now let's get him to roll over. Let's get him to heel. Let's get him to do things that, 3 weeks ago he couldn't even consider. And not only that, the treats are now limited. Now you've grown to expect Jake the dog to accomplish this. We're kind of the same way in the human mindset. That, at first we might need a little bit more motivation. And Donald, I don't know how new you are to fitness. I'm not sure what your actual goals are. You didn't go into detail. But I would say focus on the big goal. That's the problem with smaller goals. You're not going to achieve them. And the point is, the mindset that I feel like you should have with big goals is they should be so big they're almost unattainable. That's kind of the point. Goals are there not so you can feel good about yourself. You set goals because you want to better yourself. And sometimes that means you're not going to necessarily reach them, but you set them so high, the bar is so hard to reach, that you became and pushed out a better person than you could have ever fathomed before the goal even existed. I always say, compare yourself to an opponent that's always better than you. They're always more talented than you. They always work harder than you. So that way, no matter how hard I work, no matter how much I accomplish, I'm always one step behind. But that's the point. We always want to be that one step behind because we want to push more and more. If I did 10 reps, my enemy did 12. If I did 5 days in a row, my enemy did 7 days in a row. I'm always behind. But that keeps my drive. And that brings me to my other point. You have to find your why factor, not the motivation. It's not a feeling. Motivation's okay, but motivation comes and goes, and it's not reliable when it comes to achieving your goals. You have to find the why factor. That's the drive. That's the thing that gets you up in the morning when your body doesn't feel all that great. That's what gets you through that tough workout when you're not 100%. That's what helps you push beyond the reps that you thought you could do, and your body goes a little bit further. It's your drive, your why factor, your passions. Passions aren't killed by feelings. They're not killed by your motivation or lack thereof. Passions are there regardless, and that is truly the essence of your why factor. You have to find that, and it goes beyond aesthetics. So if you're looking at fitness and it's just like, well, this is the way I want to look, that's great, but why? Why do you want to look that way? Find the deeper essence as to why this is important to you, and that's what you hold on to. Your goals at some point are not going to be achieved. You're going to set so many goals in your day, in your weeks, in the months. Some of them aren't going to be achieved, but the point is, if you're reaching after them and you're driving towards them and you have them, it's going to make you the strongest version of yourself. And the good thing is you're focusing on goals. So my point is, if you don't have goals, then you have no direction. And if you're not writing these goals down, you really don't have goals. They're just dreams. But I read something recently. Those who don't have goals work for those that do. So make sure you have goals. Make sure you're the one in charge of the future of the direction you're going. Great question, Donald. Guys, thanks for watching. Always remember, eat healthy, train hard, most especially have fun. I'm Relentless Jake. You remember to stay focused, stay dedicated, and if you want customized workout plans specifically designed for your needs, your goals, your drive to help you get there, you will work with me one-on-one, and we will do that. Click on the link below, and we'll get started. and I'm out.
We are Relentless!